I was the Supreme Ghost Emperor, trying to live a quiet life. But the system matched me with a human wife, and the whole world watched. I was tired of endless war and slaughter. As the Supreme Ghost Emperor, I had conquered everything there was to conquer. So I chose to live under the radar, and moved into a quiet neighborhood in Chicago. But the system had other plans. It matched me with a human wife. In the human world, a supernatural marriage event happened from time to time. 10 female players from 10 different countries were paired with 10 supernatural beings. Players had to bond with their partner through daily life. Every time their affection level rose, they received a gift from their partner. When it hit 100%, they married and unlocked that supernatural being's realm. I sat on the couch, and a system panel appeared in front of me. After reading it, I let out a light chuckle. With a mere thought, I locked onto the supernatural marriage system and yanked it right out of the void. I examined the little orb. It had no emotions, just a pre-programmed routine. A marriage event, I mused, playfully toying with it. Then I checked my own profile in the system. Seeing the title made me frown. My photo showed me seated on a throne amid endless bones and darkness. That picture would scare anyone away. I immediately used my power to adjust the system's information, then used the orb as a camera and took a half-body selfie to keep some mystery. I browsed the profiles of the 10 female players. My gaze suddenly stopped on one. It was her, Elena Voss. Meanwhile, in a humble rented apartment in Chicago, Elena rubbed her eyes, staring at the system panel in front of her, thinking it was an illusion. After reading the content, she realized she had been chosen for the supernatural marriage event. 10 female players total. Before matching, they could pick a preferred partner. If choices overlapped, the system would randomly decide. Profiles of the 10 male supernatural beings appeared. Already chosen partners were marked in red, unchosen ones in white. None had full face photos, only side profiles or back shots. Like opening a mystery box, Elena felt overwhelmed. She had never paid attention to such things and was unfamiliar with all these supernatural beings. Until her eyes landed on the last one, supernatural partner number 10, Bai Xiao. His photo stood out. The others looked fierce or unsettling, while his was a half-body shot showing part of his neck and chin, clean and pleasant. Elena pressed her lips together, feeling he looked familiar, as if she had seen him before. Without hesitation, she selected him. The system noted all choices were made. The event would start in 3 minutes. Seeing time was almost up, she felt she couldn't meet her partner empty-handed. But there was no time to buy gifts. So she scrambled around her small rented room, taking everything she could carry and filling 2 large bags. A white light flashed. The scene shifted completely. 2 residential buildings stood before her, shrouded in red mist like buildings of silence. Elena took a sharp breath, goosebumps rising on her arms. Turning around, she saw the other 9 players had arrived. She walked toward them. The player from Korea, Han Somi, frowned, especially seeing the 2 large bags in Elena's hands. The other players also glanced over. A few chuckles were directed at her. She had wanted to ask about the marriage event. Now she couldn't utter a word. Any question would likely just bring more ridicule. The system prompted, "Find your partner within 10 minutes and move into their room." Reading the prompt, Elena looked worriedly at her 2 bags. The other players had already entered the buildings. Elena reached room 3007 on the 3rd floor. Her heart raced like a startled deer. The thought of calling the person behind the door husband made her feel flustered all over. Suddenly the door swung open, startling her. She slipped and fell to the floor, rubbing her sore bottom, tears glistening at the corners of her eyes. Then a light chuckle reached her ears. I stood in the doorway, looking down at the girl who had chosen me. She was even more beautiful in person than her profile picture. I reached out a hand and helped her up. "Careful. Welcome home, Elena." She looked up at me, cheeks flushed, eyes wide with a mix of nervousness and recognition. For the first time in centuries, the Supreme Ghost Emperor felt something warm stir in his chest. This quiet life I wanted, it might not be so quiet after all.